Good evening, West Denver chapter. Thank you so much for giving me some of your time tonight. My name is Megan Barker, and I am the new Bristol Bay organizer for Trout Unlimited's Alaska program. So I am based in Anchorage with the rest of the Alaska program team, but this year I am hitting the road to share with the lower 48 why Bristol Bay needs protection and how 2019 is the year that we can take a stand and stop the Pebble Mine. So I'm sure many of you have either heard about Bristol Bay, maybe Bristol Bay is on your fishing bucket list. You might have helped with a Stop Pebble Mine campaign in the past. And hopefully some of the videos that I shared with Tim have helped fill in some of the gaps. But bottom line, when it comes down to it, is that Bristol Bay is one of the last productive salmon fisheries in the world, and outside or foreign mining companies want to build the largest open pit mine in North America right in the headwaters of this region. But we won't lie, we know that this Pebble Mine project has been talked about and we've been asking for help on for nearly 30 years, since that's when the copper and gold deposit was first discovered. But in today's favorable political climate, the Pebble Company has decided or has identified that 2019 is the year that they are going to push hard to get all the things that they need together in order to start building and digging in Bristol Bay by 2023. But the key thing that Pebble needs in order to start building and digging for this mine is permits. Pebble officially filed for their Phase 1 permit application in December of 2017. In response, the federal government laid out a 2-year unprecedented and fast-tracked permit review period, which is ongoing right now. We say unprecedented and fast-tracked because there have been smaller mining projects in the past that have taken way more time to review all of the impacts between social, environmental, economic, all of the potential things that could happen in result of this mine. Because of the size and the scope of the Pebble Mine, we have called on the government to take thorough action in expanding this time in order to be able to understand all of those different components and to be able to hear the complete voice of what Alaskans want for Bristol Bay in the future. By the way, throughout this entire permit review process, the vast majority of Alaskans have said no, we do not want Pebble Mine. And in the Native Alaskan communities that actually live in Bristol Bay, there's near unanimous support for standing against the Pebble Mine and preserving Bristol Bay the way that it is. But back to the permits. So in about 2 weeks' time, as part of this federal permit review, the Army Corps of Engineers is going to release a draft environmental impact statement where they've reviewed the potential impacts to the environment that this proposed mine would have. So this is where you guys all come in. So following the release of this draft environmental impact statement, there's going to be an open comment period where anyone can publicly comment and respond to the proposed mine. I want to be really clear here. If Pebble gets this permit in 2019, digging will begin in Bristol Bay in 5 years. We need as many people as possible from all over the country to stand up for Bristol Bay and oppose Pebble Mine in this comment period. So again, whether you have always had Bristol Bay on your fishing bucket list, or you fished in Alaska before, or maybe you just like eating Alaskan salmon, there are lots of ways that you can help us hold the line and defend Bristol Bay from the Pebble Mine in 2019 specifically. The number one, most important, the easiest, and the most immediate thing you can do right now is to publicly comment on the Pebble Mine proposal. Tim has a handful of these physical comment cards that you can fill out and put your name on tonight. They will make their way back to me and I will physically upload them to the federal comment system. If you need some more time to do a little bit more personal research on the mine, or you want to learn more, I've also sent Tim the online link where you can go later and then submit your comment at a later time. The number 2 thing you can do to help us stop the Pebble Mine in 2019 is spread the word to your fellow anglers. I also sent Tim a handful of flyers and also some of these awesome No Pebble Mine stickers. Please feel free to take any of them and share them with your fellow anglers, and again, help us get as many people as possible to publicly comment on the mine proposal when that period opens. So that's my update on Bristol Bay and the Pebble Mine. Thank you guys so much for listening, and if you have any more questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Tim has my contact information and some of my cards, but I also will be at the Fly Fishing Show in Denver this weekend. I'll be at a booth talking with folks about the Pebble Mine and fishing in Alaska in general. Thank you again so much for your time tonight. On behalf of the entire Trout Unlimited Alaska team, I just want to say we look forward to working with you to stopping Pebble Mine in 2019 and saving Bristol Bay.